Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy James, and this is a dad's thing. You know, I couldn't leave y'all hanging in regards to this past weekend's tournament for my daughter, soccer President's Cup 2026. But I definitely needed a day or two to recover from a weekend long event where we played 5 games in 2 days. And I gotta say, we were originally scheduled to play 4 games on Saturday. That got cut to 2. And then, if we won first thing in the morning on Sunday, we would go on and play until we lost for a total of 3 games. I really don't know what these girls would have looked like had they played 2 additional games on Saturday. That was a long day. It would have been a long day because their legs definitely showed some fatigue come Sunday as they progressed. But yeah, I just want to say, first off, I want to keep no secrets. They are champions, and I could not be more proud of this group of girls, how they came together this past weekend during this championship run, faced adversity time and time again. They faced a team that they had lost to in a regular season, so they had that on their mind. And then their kids. They are away from home on the weekend. They're staying in hotels. There's pools. There's food. There's just excitement and fun. And I know for myself, just trying to teach my girl how to manage her emotions and how to stay fresh, keep her legs up and do all of those things, but also to have a good time and to bond with her teammates. And I think for the first time of us experiencing a tournament like this for her, a weekend-long event, her mom and I and her younger sister did a really good job of being on the peripheral, cheering on, rooting on, carrying bags and making things easy for her and allowing her to dictate the pace of what she wanted to do and how she wanted to, hang out with her friends and her teammates. So we had a great time. We were very, very pleased, as one could imagine, of the results. But I got to say, this old man, former athlete, man, my nerves. I tell people all the time, I do not have a favorite college team, basketball, football, soccer. I don't have a favorite professional team in any of those leagues. I just don't have enough emotional energy to be able to give that to any professional team. And I got to say, I watched the Knicks on Saturday night come back from 18 points down in the fourth quarter. That's my team that I grew up watching. But I wasn't exhausting no energy. If they won, they won. If they didn't, they didn't. But it was nice and maybe a little foreshadowing of what was to come for my girl and her teammates as they came back and was resilient and won that game after being down 18 to the Houston Rockets. But just want to give you a little insight, a little update as to how everything transpired over the course of 2 days. I put a little short up and I shared that on Saturday, at 8:30 start and then another game at 11:30. Both games ended in ties. The first one was 1-1. Second game was a 0-0 tie. And that was a little something to show because we wound up playing that team in the finals. But after day one, we were tied for fourth place out of 7 teams because we tied both games. And yeah, it was, defensive struggle. And the first game we scored first, we got on the board first with a goal. But then we gave up in the second half, with about 2 minutes left, we gave up a goal, which was unfortunate, but it is what it is. And, as I explained on Saturday evening in the short, we didn't hurt ourselves, but we didn't necessarily help ourselves out a great deal as how I saw it that night. So we would go home and get some rest and have to get up early on Sunday, which we did. Another 8:30 start. We played a team, and our girls came out, firing on all cylinders. We won that game 4-0. And that was an opportunity to really get excited for my girl and, one of her teammates who are actually classmates. Her classmate had a hat trick. And, my girl played defense for the majority of this tournament. She would prefer to play offense, a wing, but the coach trusts her and needed her to play a different position, and she played defense. And like I said, they gave up 1 goal in 5 games, only 1 goal. So she was playing back, and she actually was really, someone who initiated the offense, from the defensive spot. And it was one play where she, got the ball on defense, and she just dribbled all the way up to the goal, and, got a shot, and it was deflected. Someone tried to clear it, and, it was kind of an own goal, but she was the last to hit it, so she got credit for it. And we'll take it. But it all started with her being aggressive and making something happen. So it was great to see that happen for her, really coming into her own. We dominated that game, 1-4. Had a long little layoff at that point because then we advanced to the semifinals. Semifinals came against our another Redwood City team. This team had beat us earlier in the season. 2-1, they beat us. And, it was one of those days where, they had their full allotment of players. We were short. And they did what they were supposed to do. They ran us off of the field. They ran us off that pitch. And we didn't have enough to maintain that 1-0 score that we got onto. They came, they scored a goal, and then got a late one for the win. But we wanted to come back this Sunday in this semifinals game, and we wanted to get it. And the game ended in regulation 0-0 tie. So we would go to penalty kicks, and we would prevail 4-3 penalty kicks. I got to give a shout out to our goalkeeper it's so funny because she played in the field all tournament long. And when it came to us to get to the PK situation, she came in and she came up big. Not only did she have saves, it wasn't just girls missing kicks and it being wide or high. She made some saves, and then she came on and she scored a PK as well. So we got that 1-4-3. Was really happy to see my girl be one of the 5 to get an opportunity to take a penalty kick, and she came through for her team. She went top shelf and buzzed it over the goalkeeper's head, and she nailed it. She hit it good. And we went on to beat the Redwood City team. We wanted that one, and that propelled us into the finals. So we would have another 3 or 4 hours break before our next game started in the evening. and it was a rematch of that team that we played on Saturday, and it ended 0-0. So we had another opportunity to play this team and get them. And it was a hard-fought game again, which ended in a 0-0 tie. And I'm telling you, the emotions, and I'm like, come on, I can't take this anymore. It was a lot. It was a lot. And as someone who's been in some high stakes, high pressure situations, the last place you want to be is on the sideline. You want to be in the game. And the girls would go into PKs the first round, and unfortunately, there was a lot of misses, including my girl. She missed. But fortunately, the first round ended in a 2-2 tie. So we would go to the next round, which was 1-for-1. You know, whoever scored, whoever saved, was going to be crowned champion. And I'm telling you, it was intense. We were up first. We missed. The other team had an opportunity to put it away, but they missed. Big sigh of relief. Second group of girls come up, and we're going first again. And we miss again. So they have another opportunity to put the final nail in and call it a day. They missed. And I'm like, the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this, it can't end like this. We can't lose. And how am I going to console my girl if it doesn't go our way? And those were my thoughts. I wanted them to win. I wanted our girls to win. So we go the third round, and coach's daughter came up, and she struck good. She hit it good, and she scored, and we cheered, and we needed that so bad. And now the pressure is, on the other team. They've got to make it, or else they're in second place. And they come up, and as I'm looking at the girl prepare for this kick, she didn't have much of an approach. She put the ball down, and I'd say maybe a step or two distance away from the ball. And maybe you can see it on this video. I'll put it in as I'm talking. You should be seeing these kicks. She missed. She hit it over the goal. And we erupted. And we were happy. And I couldn't believe it. And it was just pure joy on our sidelines, and happy for our kids. And one thing that was really cool, and you can see it, is our younger squad, the Redwood City squad that we beat in the semis, had come over because they had finished their game for third place, and they were sitting near the corner on the side of where we were kicking at the goals. And once the other team missed that last kick and we were victorious, those girls ran out to meet their friends. Most of them have played together for many years. In the fall, the teams were mixed, so a lot of the girls on that team were teammates of my daughter. They go to school together, and they were genuinely happy for them. And that was special because that's what goes on here in this league that we play in. We all want to win, but we want to do it the right way when we're playing each other. And when we are in the stands watching each other play, we're rooting with all our hearts. And that was cool. That was really tremendous. And we had a little, award ceremony, receiving of the trophies, which was great and fun. And just super duper excited for the kids and for my daughter. Experiencing something of this magnitude is great for team sport. She's done some things individually as a cross-country runner, but to do it as part of a unit, a part of a team, there's something to say about that. So, that's where we are. And we have a game this Friday, the last of the season. We're going to be playing that Redwood City team again, rubber match. So, who gets it is going to get it. At this point in the season, we've only lost one game. But our first game that we played, we scored too many points. And one of those goals hurt us because we got points deducted from our total. So right now, I believe that even a win, we would only be able to secure maybe third or second place, is all based off of points. And that's considering how many goals you score, how many goals you give up, so on and so forth, wins and losses. But it's all good. But yeah, I had to share, and maybe through this video you can just tell of how emotionally draining it was for this dad. But I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I wanted to share that with you all. And there's some clips that you'll see as well. So as always, God bless, take care, be good, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.